So today we're going to just be going over Waddle because he's pretty much my favorite player on the team, and I think there's kind of a little bit of, I mean, you have to be real about certain things. There's stereotypes and there's, or not stereotypes. There's topics that we normally discuss, and then there's reality. And when you look at Jaylen Waddle, I think he has been doing an excellent job, and underlyingly, like I think he's been a number one receiver. I mean, the yards per route run, everything that he's been doing has been close to the top. And the thing is you can't ignore, like, he's done 80 to 100 yards on pretty much every team that he's faced. So you don't just do that. So we'll get into pretty much what we're seeing here. And I want you guys to check out the explosiveness by Jaylen Waddle. So we're going to see it right here. And this is just going to be one of, like, the me pretty much gushing over a top player that I am so happy that they did not trade. Look at this explosiveness. Like, just completely comes out of the separation. And what you're going to see with Jaylen Waddle, which I really want people to come to knowledge about, because I don't think people talk about this a lot. People sleep on, like, how fast Jaylen Waddle is. Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle are probably pretty much close to even speed. It's just Tyreek Hill talks a lot and Jaylen Waddle doesn't. So when you look at him, you're going to see some of these routes where, I'm going to tell you right now, you look at him and you look at Tyreek Hill, they look almost exactly the same with how fast they're getting down the field. This is going to be the play that was intercepted. And pretty much what just happened is it looked like Jordan Poyer kind of fooled him a little bit, and it looked like he was going out that way, but he ended up coming back this way. But look how fast Jaylen Waddle gets down the field. Look at that. That's like 3 seconds he's at the 30-yard line. Like that. I know it was intercepted, and I get it. Tua probably thought he was streaking down the field, and he thought he had an open guy, and Poyer just fooled him. But this is going to get even better just because, I mean, Larry Borum kind of really misses right there. So that's what forces that throw. Even though it was not a good decision, I think, again, getting Austin Jackson back this week, him coming in hopefully soon, you're probably going to push Larry Borum to the guard. You're going to get a lot more from Jaylen Waddle, I think, because you're going to have more time to throw the ball. I want you to watch this route right here. Unfortunately, the protection wasn't great, but look how fast he gets down the field. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. He's already ran 25 yards. Look how crazy fast that he is. And look at the coverage that he is pretty much getting. He had 3 people watching him on that play. That's number one wide receiver stuff. That's the same stuff that Tyreek Hill was getting. It's just, again, I think we tend to sometimes think of the superstar receivers as the ones that talk the most. And Jaylen Waddle's not a talker. He's a very humble guy. He's very similar to Tua. And what you've been seeing is just a humble dude that is literally just getting open on almost every play. And you can look at it. If Tua had more time, he was looking that way, he was going to go right through the middle of the field. And again, it's just something to watch where you just see, like, this dude create separation so well. Look at that. I mean, he just moves so fast. And the thing is people are trying to, and this is a pinpoint throw by Tua, by the way, but people are trying to bump him and do whatever they can to stop him from running the route. But the thing is, he gets down the field so quickly that it's hard to really, kind of push him down. And what I want you guys to see here, yes, he has 7 targets, but I want you to see how open. Look at how open he gets right there. Look at how much space that guy has to give him. I think that's Hairston. The amount of separation, I'm telling you right now, like, I know Tyreek Hill was super fast and he was very explosive. I totally get it, but I just don't think he was creating as much separation as Jaylen Waddle does. I think Jaylen Waddle just has quick feet, and he just moves through the route so much cleaner, I think, than Tyreek Hill. And another thing, look at this move right here. People can say that, I mean, he ran past him, of course, but the little stutter step that he gives Maxwell Hairston, where, I mean, you see him right there, where it literally, he just, and then, boom, he's open down the field. That was a beautiful throw. I take back what I said. I think I said he shorted him. He didn't short him. He just put him at the perfect point of the end zone. But, those are things right there that Jaylen Waddle does. And miraculously, Tyreek Hill is not on the field. And we're having these really big chunk plays again. And I don't want to say that it's because of Tyreek Hill, but I think the trust between Jaylen Waddle and Tua Tagovailoa is much higher than it was with Tyreek Hill. You know, um, just based upon the fact that I don't know if Tyreek Hill was fully studying the playbook. I mean, he probably was, but there was a lot of routes where he just wasn't getting reps in, that he was messing up, and it was leading to Tua interceptions. Now, of course, Tua has thrown interceptions, you know, again, but the thing is that I think there's a lot more trust with Waddle, and I think it's between the coaching staff and Tua, where he just kind of knows. I mean, look at that little stutter step right there. Open, press coverage, wide open. This is elite receiver stuff, and I just don't think people give him enough credit for what he does. It's just one of those things that I don't think he gets enough credit. I think he literally does this every single game, and it just doesn't get talked about. It doesn't get talked about at all. Just look at this right here. I want you to show. I want to show you this one more time, because he gets press coverage against a bigger corner. Press coverage, he escapes right off of that, and then just irks pretty much everyone into that coverage, knowing exactly what the coverage is and knowing where to go on that one. Gets wide open. Gets wide open. And he does this every time. Every time. It's phenomenal. You know. I'll show it one more time. Screw it. Look at that. 3 guys. He's wide open in between all of them. I think Jaylen Waddle is a stud, man. And I think people really need to look at, why is this not doing what I wanted to do? Why are you not doing this? I don't understand. There we go. Can this thing work now? And hopefully we see. Look at that separation. I understand that he threw it to Greg Dulcich, but that's what I want you guys to see, is that there's a lot of plays where he's wide open, and getting our offensive lineman back, when we're talking about this, you're getting Austin Jackson back, which is going to push one of your better offensive linemen, Larry Borum, who hasn't been horrible, back to his original spot. And it's like you're going to see Tua have a lot more time, which is going to lead to a lot more Jaylen Waddle passes, I think, because you're going to have much more time to see him get open. See him right down here, and like I said, it's an incomplete pass to Greg Dulcich, but look at how much he's accumulating for this. It's pretty incredible to watch this, and we're going to do it like a couple more plays. But like I said, I want you guys to see how open he's getting on some of these plays. Now, some of these plays are designed to go specifically to a person. You see him down here, and you see it's a design. I don't know. It looks like a design play that just didn't go right. See if we can finish on one more where, he does his thing. Yeah, I mean, some of these plays look like they're designed to go to a certain person. Let's get the catches, the receiving. Play result. Reception. Let's go to all the receptions. Just one more thing I just want you guys to see, and like I said, you're going to see, we'll just go straight to the receptions that he has, and they're phenomenal, man. Like, he's playing like an elite receiver. Yeah, I got that one already. Final play. This is all I'm going to show. I just want to show one more play showing him getting open and actually catching the ball. Look at that. I just wanted to show you guys that play. Look at that. Look at that route that he ran right there. I want you guys to watch this one more time. Look at the route that he just ran right here. Look at how incredible this. He goes in and then shoots out. Boom, boom. That's incredible. That's elite right there. And again, I think people are really sleeping on what Jaylen Waddle can do.